Well, hello friends, we are back. I just left Pilates. Um, this is my fourth or fifth Pilates meeting. Pilates class. Since being diagnosed with MS, I legitimately had to take 3 months off. I definitely feel it. I think I have built up a level of strength that you lose after 3 months of no activity, really. And it was very hard after the first class because I really struggled through, and I did like a level 1 class, which is the easiest class, which Pilates is not easy, but it's the easiest class. And I was having a tough time and I was very upset about it. I didn't even I didn't even record. I was so emotional. But today is the first class where I felt like, okay, like this is tough. It's supposed to be. It's calisthenics. It's not supposed to be easy, but I can do it. And I'm really excited about feeling like that because it is quite defeating because you feel like, oh, I'll never be as strong as I was before. I won't get it back. But you do, you get things back. And so I'm excited to rebuild, and obviously very emotional, but it's okay. I have my neurology appointment literally in 15 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. I'll come back. I've got some things that are still kind of lingering, so she and I will talk about that and discuss treatment planning. But your favorite Pilates auntie is back with a vengeance. Taking it slow, taking my time, not rushing my body, not putting any expectations on myself other than we will keep trying and we will do our best and we will push ourselves, but we won't overextend ourselves because we don't want to hurt ourselves, because you got this one body and it's important to take care of it. And not just like it's important to eat things that are nourishing and nutrient rich for your body and move your body, but also we should on ourselves a lot. One of my students told me she heard that years ago and it has stuck with me. But she said, don't should on yourself. Somebody told her that. And so I think it's this idea of the only way I'm gonna get back strong is if I just push myself. And sometimes you can push yourself to the brink. So I'm not doing that. But I'm very proud of myself and I'm very thankful that I feel like I'm getting my strength back. This is only like my fourth or fifth class since being back, and so it's amazing how much the body remembers. We talk a lot about how the body keeps a score, and that is usually related to trauma, but I think that's about strength too. Your body remembers. It's like how you haven't ridden a bike in 20 years, but you know how to ride a bike. Like you could get on a bike right now and ride a bike. I feel that way about Pilates. I feel that way about a lot of things. But Chadwick Boseman said, take your time, but don't waste your time. So I'm really sitting with that. And yeah, I should be back in a little bit after my neurology appointment. I have a lot of emotions. I got the MS newsletter. VUMC does a MS newsletter, and I signed up for it. I got the first one today. There's an MS walk on the 28th that I'm gonna ask y'all to do for me because I will be in Atlanta for a bridal shower, and I'm a little sad about that because I really want to do it, so I'm gonna have to find something else. But like, it's really important to me, and I would appreciate it if people would stand in for me, because boy, when they say chronic illness, they mean chronic. Oh shit. It's for the rest of your life. Like it really is for the rest of your life. And I'll always have to make space for it. And that's why I'm trying to conceptualize it. It's not like I'll always have it and it'll always restrict me. I'll always have to make space for the fact that I have multiple sclerosis. And I'm still really lucky because there are some people who have lost ability to walk and move and take care of themselves, and I'm praying and working really hard so that doesn't happen. But right now I am still independent and I can still take care of myself. And I have people who are also taking care of me, just like spiritually and mentally and emotionally. So I'm very thankful for that. Physically though, I got it. I can do it. I'm taking care of myself. I'm a big girl. And it doesn't mean you're not a big girl if you need help, but like, I'm very proud of the fact that I can take care of myself. And I'm very thankful that I can go on living my daily life. You know, got to make some adjustments. I have to show y'all I now have a jar opener because I have a little bit of loss of dexterity and fine motor skills, which is what I'm going to talk to my neurologist about. And sometimes it was really hard to open things, so I got a jar opener. Not fun, but it allows me to keep doing what I need to do. So making amends for that. Also, if you're one of those people who you hold your cup and your Stanley and your purse and a book and your phone all in your hands at one time, I used to be that person. I cannot do that anymore. I have to have very solid grip on things. So that whole one trip from the car with the groceries, I had to cancel my membership to that club. I cannot do that anymore. So there are some things that I used to be able to do that I need more assistance with or can't do anymore. But also it is a reminder to take my time and pace myself, because no, I can't do one trip from the car with my groceries, and that's okay. I can get my groceries in my house though. It might take 2 or 3 trips, but I can do it. And that is the perspective that I am going to prayerfully continue to have. I'm also probably a little emotional, or a lot emotional, because my best friend's younger brother, the anniversary of his passing is in a week. And then in a little over 2 weeks is my younger brother's birthday, and he would have been 31. And so I'm sitting with that, mourning both of them. So yeah, it's a lot, but it makes me even more thankful for life. I will always struggle with the fact that I will have more birthdays than my little brother. Not that I don't want an abundance of birthdays. I wanted him to have them too. And so, it's a lot, but we are here and we are pacing ourselves and we are taking care of ourselves and we are letting other people take care of us, and we're feeling all of the things. And that's, even when it's difficult, it's still beautiful. So anyway, I don't want to be late for my appointment, so I'll catch y'all in a minute. Got a blast. Okay, friends, we are back. It is quite a while later, but I met with my neurologist, and I learned a lot of things in my follow-up appointment today. One of the things that I learned is that a recovery from an initial flare-up, like full recovery with no flare-ups in between, averages about a year. A year. Un año. And that was new information for me. And so she gave me lots of perspective when she said that she was very pleased with my progress up to this point, because it's only been about 4 months since my initial flare-up. And she thinks that I'm making really good progress. We talked about some of the dexterity issues I'm having. So now your girl has another specialist, because now I have occupational therapy. So at this point, we have occupational therapy, physical therapy, an orthopedic surgeon, a urologist, a dermatologist, my mental health therapist. Did I say my neurologist? Did I forget her? Did I forget the girl? Technically my women's health nurse practitioner, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Hold on. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, neurology, dermatology, orthopedic surgeon. Oh man, mental health therapist. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. To the point that one of my best friends was like, girl, you got to go to medical school. I said, because I am a specialist at this point. I got all of the specialists. If you ever need to know what to expect when you're going to see a specialist, just call me. I could probably tell you. The way my insurance card is getting more traction than my Amex, bruh. But it is good to hear that I am progressing really well. It is very humbling to think that for some people this is not their trajectory. So I'm extremely grateful, and I feel a little bit better than I did before I went to my neurology appointment earlier, right after I got out of Pilates. The fact that I can even do Pilates. So just a reminder to be gentle with myself, and to hold appropriate expectations for myself. Yeah, so feeling good. About to go up in here in TJ Maxx because I can. Yeah, I feel very I'm very reflective right now, and it's about a month from now y'all will be seeing all of this, and for some of y'all this will be the first time that you hear that I have been navigating an MS diagnosis. But surprise, 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 surprise. I'm probably gonna cut that part out. Yeah, man. I'll do a whole other video about why I didn't say anything until now to a lot of people, but just know that it was what I needed to do. Public vulnerability is one, just really challenging in general for anybody. So I needed some time to do it privately and to do it with a small community of support before I shared it more broadly, because I was in a really delicate place, and in a lot of ways still am. So y'all don't be too mad at me, okay? I love you. You guys. Okay, so today is March 31st, 2026. I had a plan of posting a video, I guess like a MS probate and MS reveal. Just kind of sharing more broadly about my MS diagnosis, with today being the last day of Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. Fun fact, March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, but life was lifing, and I did not have time to compile the videos that I have been, using to document my experience with MS. And I don't want to do it half-assed. Like, I really want to do it with intention. And so I may record one or two more videos. Definitely going to record one on April 7th, which is just a week from today, but is exactly 6 months from the day that I was diagnosed. So this is kind of a little bit of a segue video, because there are likely portions of this full sort of documentary where I mention like sharing information in coming weeks, because I was hoping to share it during the month of March, and I'm just not there yet. So I am going to do that on May 30th, which is World Multiple Sclerosis Day. I think I'll definitely have more time to edit, to compile videos. So just kind of wanting to give myself the time to do that. But definitely, I need to record like a explanation or introduction video, which I could do right now, but I actually want to wait because I want it to be like a summary of the full, at that point, 7.5 months that I have been living with MS. But I can kind of give a little bit of a teaser. How do I feel? I feel really good. Do I still have more specialists than Beyonce has solo albums? Yes. Yes, I do. But I feel healthy. I feel strong. One thing that I haven't shared previously is part of the reason that I sought out occupational therapy. I mentioned some loss of fine motor skills. That is because I was dropping things. I'm still dropping things a little bit. But I dropped a few things that were glass and broke them. And so that was really scary and was really emotional because I was worried that that was going to be something that I continue to experience. So I'm much more mindful now when I'm holding things, making sure that I have a very, very strong grip on them. But one of the sort of symptoms of the diagnosis is, some loss of fine motor skills. So that's why we have occupational therapy. And I didn't share that in previous videos, honestly, because I was embarrassed. It made me feel like I was losing some of my independence, that I would, start to become a version of myself I did not recognize if I couldn't continue doing the things that I had been doing. And there was no reason for me to be embarrassed. There was no reason for me to be ashamed, but that's what I felt, and kind of didn't share that information because of those feelings, but I don't feel that way anymore. So wanted to share that. Something is happening in the city of Nashville. There's all kinds of noise and ruckus about. So my apologies for that. But one of the things that I can say for sure, a gift of the diagnosis, which is an interesting thing to be able to say, but a gift of this diagnosis is that it has allowed me, or empowered me rather, to be even more intentional with just how I move. Like, I'm much more mindful of the places that I enter, how I move my body. It has given me the gift of needing to slow down. And I think that I had a pretty good handle on, not being stressed out and managing time and all of those things. But this diagnosis has really made me even more aware of that and making sure that I am slowing down and not rushing. And if I have to rush, then I don't need to do it. I don't have time. Same with this video. I wanted this video to go out before the end of Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. I wanted it to go out March 1st. And then I was like, okay, well, at least March 16th. And then I was like, well, at minimum, March 31st. It's looking like May 30th. And I'm giving myself more runway. I think probably the last time that I record will probably be next week, April 7th, just like a full 6-month reflection, and also giving some context for the video, because I also realized that I never did that. I just went into it anyway, so I've been diagnosed with this thing, and I didn't really give any sort of lead up to it. So I definitely want to record that. And then just a final summary of what the first 6 months of living with MS has been like. But I still won't post it or share it more broadly until May 30th. It also gives me time to work on some other things that I wanted to do in support of multiple sclerosis that I would have had to either overextend myself to make happen, or abandon some other things that were really important. So I just didn't do that. And I'm really proud of myself for that, because the timeline that I created was a timeline that I created. Nobody's expecting this from me. Most people don't even know I have this diagnosis. But I do want to share it more broadly, and I do want people to have more information. It also gives me more time to create an infographic. I wanted to do that. MS has just given me more time in an interesting way. So that's it for today. I'll be back soon.